Yes.
Okay.
So something.
Yeah.
Okay.
This time we'll call the June 17th, 2021 DeSoto County Board of Education meeting to order. If you'll stand to the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, it's time to approve the agenda. We will be removing item O and new business. With that item removed, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the agenda with removed items.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve with item O removed?
I make that motion.
Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Now it's time for the superintendent.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to, first of all, point out in your board packet, I believe it's in the superintendent's report there listed, the TSI and ATSI plans are in folders. And I do have one other item. I will be asking our Director of Plant Maintenance, Mr. Jerry White, to please come forward. He will be giving us first update of summer construction.
Morning.
Well, as usual, we got a lot of exciting stuff going on in the district this year in the construction part of our business. So I'm sure that y'all can remember all the stuff that y'all given us permission to do over the last few months. So we're knee deep in all of it right now. I'll just run through here to kind of catch everybody up where we are at this point in time. To start out with, this is Pleasant Hill Elementary School where we're doing a 4-classroom addition. This was a shot earlier, and this is a shot of where they are now. They're in great shape here. They're going to meet the completion date at plenty of time to have this building ready to speak school. We're proud of that. The next one that we'll move on to is the DeSoto Central Primary, where we're doing a 4-classroom addition. At this place, this is where they were coming out of the ground earlier, and they got off to a slower start here. And they only at this point now, which means that they're a little bit behind, but maybe they'll catch up. It's too early to make a call one way or the other on this one at this point in time. Next one is Lewisburg High School, where we're doing an 8-classroom addition. It's 4 on each of the pump wings. This is an earlier shot. This is where they are at this point in time. We'd like to be a little bit farther along here, but hopefully we still got time to make it on this. But also here at Lewisburg High School, we're doing a overlay of the track, which we don't have a picture of. It's in the top left back there. And what we're doing is we're taking the surface all the way down to the asphalt. If there's any problems with the asphalt, of course, we'll repair that. And then we're going to do an overlay with the cushion at the top on that. So we're proud to be here on this job. Need to be done. Fernando High School, we're doing a 10-classroom addition here. Doing it right behind the band hall, which is the top of the screen there. This is a shot that we made back in January, where they were getting the footing out of the ground. These guys hit the ground running. They caught some good weather on the front end. They got the materials in, and they ran. This was a shot a few months later from that first one. And this is a shot of what it looks like now. You can see outside of it, except for the sidewalk work, and a little bit of drainage there on the left side. You can see they're doing some drainage issues there. And then they'll put the sidewalks and then lay the sod that will be done on the outside of the building here. This is the inside pictures of Fernando High School. They're well on schedule, and there's no issue here of getting in this building on time. So we will be ready for school open. To put students in these types. The next one is Lewisburg Middle School. Of course, this is the existing middle school and new school that we're all excited about. It's built on this same footprint. This is the first picture I think we showed you guys last year when we were just getting ready to bring it out of the ground. And you can see kind of in the background there where we had the pads, the dirt on the pads for it to sit and settle so we can start the building. And this is what it looks like today, that picture. These folks have done a great job down there. It looks like we're going to meet the substantial completion date at the end of this month. That's what we're hoping for. I'm going to take possession of it and start moving in. Of course, this is a domino effect, and we'll be moving a lot of stuff, setting up the new intermediate school, and then moving, from the elementary and the primary school. So there'll be a lot of work involved in this. And our plan was to start this move on July 6th. So we'll get that done, and hopefully our new furniture and all will start coming in by the time also. So I see no problem for us having this ready to go when school starts. So we're very proud of the work that's been done on this, and I know everyone in the county is proud of us. Also, here we're on this campus, we'll be starting a new football stadium for them, which, of course, will not be ready for the school to start this year, but it will be, in August of next year, we'll have completed at that point in time. And also, speaking of intermediate school, we'll be doing a playground for them. Middle school, out of existing middle school. So we'll be doing that. This is some pictures on the inside of the middle school. This is the cafeteria, and it is huge. So we should have plenty of room to feed the students there. Of course, this is the gym. We like the bleachers. The bleachers will start going in this next week. They're saying that they'll be done with by the end of the month. So that should get done. This is the library here. You see the floor and all been put in. Still like a little work here. And of course, the cleaning the floor, this is minor stuff, but they'll be done. This is a picture of one of the hallways. We've already started punching out the hallways. They're putting some wax on the floor, which we're ready to put desks in and house school. Classroom. On the next one, we've got DeSoto Elementary, which we've got some projects going on here. We're doing a drainage issue, which you can see on the left side. The water coming off of the elementary school is up on the left side, and there's a hill down there. We're getting a lot of rain. It's flooding the road and parts of mud out on the road, and the children that's trying to load up in the buses there to create an issue. So we've gone in and dug along the side of the road and put a drainage pipe in there. And if you look closely, you can see the box inlets that we have that's into the pipe, and this should solve this issue on this campus as far as the erosion and also as far as children having to walk in mud. It's becoming. Also, we're putting a roof on this building. You can see at the very top, it's in the horseshoe type part of it where it's white in color there. That's what we removed. Other three sections you see, the roof's in pretty good shape there, and we're going to leave it as is. But this is the roof that's going to need to be replaced for a long period of time, and we're happy to get that done. Also, right in front of the building, far off the right line, some of the asphalt's coming up there. We're going to be recovering right there in front of the building. Some new asphalt to take it. The South Central Elementary, we have got a ton of stuff going on this school. For number one, that we're putting new HVAC units on the building, which I think the next shot might show it a little bit better. Yes. If you see on the very left wing there, those are new units already in place. On the other two units that you can see there, you can see the curbs for the new units already on the rooftop. The units are there on site. Of course, they will be replacing those units this week. As soon as they get through with that, we're going to start with a new roof on this building. We've had a lot of leaks in this building over the last few years, and this one needs to be redone also. We're proud to get that work done on that. Also, we're doing a complete lighting retrofit where we're going to put in LED lighting in the whole school, which we're also excited about that. All the old lighting has already been taken out. Some of the new lighting has gone in, and they're moving really rapidly on this. So I don't see any issues We're having all these projects completed, except maybe for a little bit of laying of the roof, when school is ready to start. They're already running the new HVAC units, everything's looking good, what's it already put in. We're proud of it. That's about it on the pictures that we have to show today. Other than what we've shown you here, we've got a lot of other stuff going on in the district. And I'll just read that off to you if you don't mind, and just kind of get everybody up to date of what else we got going on. Horn Lake High School, we're doing a complete parking lot overlay. Horn Lake Intermediate School, we're doing a re-roof. South Haven Middle School, we're installing a new bathroom, excuse me, in the 6th grade building. This building wasn't built to handle as many students as what we've got out there now, so we do need an additional bathroom. There's not one upstairs, so we're taking the classroom up there and installing the bathroom upstairs. DeSoto Central High School, replacing the fire alarm in the main building. Over the years, we've done additions at the school, put in firelight alarm systems out. And, like in the back building, and, different places in the additions, and in the, in the 9th grade building also. So we've got firelight, and in the old building, it's an Edwards system that was put in when the students were living in the building. Well, these systems are not talking with each other to satisfy the fire department. So let me put it this way, they strongly suggested that we get it up to date so that all these systems can talk with each other. And that's what we're going to get completed with 2 problems. So we'll be happy to get that done. Olive Branch Intermediate School and Center Hill Elementary School, we've got drainage issues there, mainly in the playground area, and we're getting that taken care of this summer. The following schools, we've got flooring projects going on. Hope Sullivan Elementary School, do 10 classrooms out there. This has been an ongoing project for us for a couple of years, but we can't, just do a whole school at one time with the summer. So I think these 10 classrooms pretty well wrap us up, at Hope Sullivan and get this job. South Haven Middle School, we're going to do them 8 classrooms. Lake Hornet Middle School, we're going to do the cafeteria. Olive Branch Elementary School, we're doing the cafeteria and the stage area and the Blue Hall, which we're well on the way in this project already. We've got the cafeteria already done, working on the stage area, and got part of the Blue Hall done also. So there's no issue with getting this done. Lake Hornet High School and Fernando High School, we're finishing their gym floor. And as I mentioned earlier, Lewisburg Intermediate School, we're doing the playground. So that's my report for today, and as y'all can tell, we don't have much to do. So anyway, I want to thank y'all for approving all these projects for us. All of this stuff is something. Thank y'all very much, and I'm sure if y'all have looked at the agenda today, we're asking y'all for permission to do a bunch more projects. So thank y'all so much for y'all. I'll try to answer any questions if anybody got them.
Wonder what you're doing with all the time on your hands.
Well, I hadn't been to the beach this year. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you and your team and all of your hard work on these projects. And as Mr. White said, if you look at the agenda, there's 4 projects getting ready for the summer of 22 already. And one thing I do want to say, and I know y'all are anxious to make work, but I do want to say that they've really overcome a lot of obstacles because of COVID and getting supplies in. It's been a bigger challenge. And some of those that are on the borderline of being ready, that's one reason why. But, getting Lewisburg Middle School, ready to go, and Fernando High School, go through all those challenges. Major accomplishments. We appreciate all that y'all do. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
That concludes my superintendent.
This time it's time for the attorney's report, Mr. King.
Well, thank goodness, I don't have anything to report this month, so you do a great job here. See what Jerry's year is going to be busy on. We know that.
Yeah. Okay, now it's time for the approval of minutes from the May 20th, 21 meeting, June 3rd, 2021 budget hearing, and June 3rd regular meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now it's time to approve the consent agenda. We have items A through P on the consent agenda. Do we have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That was new business. I think we'll never remove. Item A is FY 21-22 budget approval.
And we're requesting that the board approve the proposed combined budget 2022 fiscal year as it was presented at the budget hearing on June 3rd.
Explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the 21-22 budget.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the budget?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Item B is bids for football stadium and new Lewisburg Middle School.
This man bid working on June 1st for the new Lewisburg Middle School football stadium project. My recommendation is accept the lowest and best bid submitted by Forward Construction.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the bid from Floyd Construction for the football stadium at the new Lewisburg.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item C is contractual agreement for Wood Construction.
Yes, ma'am. Asking the board for permission to enter into a contractual agreement for the aforementioned project.
With Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the contractual agreement with Floyd.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Item D is bids track resurfacing at Lewisburg High School.
Yes, ma'am. Bids were open on June 1st for the resurface track at Lewisburg High School. My recommendation is accept the lowest and best bid submitted by Dynamic Sports Construction.
With Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to accept the lowest and best bid from Dynamic Sports Construction for the track resurfacing project at Lewisburg High School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the bids for the track resurfacing? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item P is contractual agreement with Dynamic Sports Construction.
Ma'am, asking or requesting from the board permission to enter into a contractual agreement with Dynamic Sports Construction for the track resurfacing project at Lewisburg High School.
Based on Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Dynamic Sports Construction for the track resurfacing project at Lewisburg High School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the contractual agreement?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item F is bids HVAC filter services and supplies at Y21.
Yes, ma'am. Bids were open on June 4th. HVAC filters and then changing other filters. We separated it into two areas, the west area and the east area. They were both bidded out and they were both won by H&H Services Group. With my recommendation to accept the lowest and best bid for from H&H Service Group LLC.
With Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to accept the bid from H&A Services Group, HVAC filter services supplies for the 21-22 school year.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the bids for the HVAC?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item G is architectural services, Allen and Pochel, PLLC, cafeteria expansion, for Central High School.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Cultural Architectural Services for the DeSoto Central High School cafeteria expansion.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into the contractual agreement with Allen Oshel cafeteria expansion at DeSoto High School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item H is permission to advertise for bids, cafeteria expansion.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids for the DeSoto Central High School cafeteria expansion.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the cafeteria expansion at DeSoto High School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item I is architectural services, Allen and Motion P LLC, cafeteria extension and subsequent.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the architectural services for the DeSoto Central Middle School cafeteria expansion.
With Mr. Williams' explanation, do we have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel cafeteria expansion at DeSoto.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the architectural services of Allen and Motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item J is permission to advertise for bids, cafeteria expansion and subsequent.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the DeSoto Central Middle School cafeteria expansion.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the cafeteria expansion at DeSoto.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item K is architectural services, Allen and Moschel P LLC, classroom additions and subsequent.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel to provide architectural services for the DeSoto Central Middle School classroom addition.
Mr. Williams, explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel classroom additions at DeSoto.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the architectural services?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item L is permission to advertise for bids, classroom additions and subsequent.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the DeSoto Central Middle School classroom addition project.
Explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the classroom additions at DeSoto.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item M is architectural services, Allen and Moschel P LLC, classroom additions at South Bend Intermediate School.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the architectural services South Haven Intermediate School classroom addition.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for classroom additions at South Haven Intermediate School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve architectural services for the class additions at South Bend?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item N is permission to advertise for bids, classroom additions at South Bend.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the South Haven Intermediate School classroom addition project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the classroom additions at South Haven Intermediate School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item O is architectural services, Allen and Russell, LLC, partial HVAC replacement and
Yes, ma'am. The partial HVAC replacements, we'll do with some of those HVACs have already been replaced, so they have new ones there. We're gonna go and get all the old ones, change them, so that's what the partial. But, we are requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Host for our architectural services for Chickasaw Elementary School partial HVAC replacement project.
Based on Mr. Reed's explanation, board recommendation is addressed.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Moschel for the partial HVAC replacement.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the architectural services for the HVAC replacement?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item P is permission to advertise for bids, partial HVAC replacement at Chickasaw.
Yes, ma'am, we'll request permission from the board to advertise for bid in the Chickasaw Elementary School partial HVAC replacement project.
With explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the partial HVAC replacement at Chickasaw Elementary School.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item Q is architectural services, Allen Moschel, LLC, partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill Elementary School.
Yes, ma'am, requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Moschel for provide architectural services for the Center Hill Elementary partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have recommendations, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Moschel for the partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill Elementary School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item R is permission to advertise for bids, partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill Elementary School.
Yes, ma'am, seeking permission from the board to advertise for bids in the Center Hill Elementary School partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend that the board to approve advertising for bids for the partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill Elementary School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item S is architectural services, Allen and Moschel, LLC, partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill High School.
Yes, ma'am, we're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Holtzville to provide architectural services for the Center Hill High School partial HVAC replacement project.
Based on Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Moschel for the partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill High School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the architectural services for the partial HVAC replacement?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item T is permission to advertise for bids, partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill High School.
Yes, ma'am, requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids in the Center Hill High School partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill High School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids for the partial? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item U is architectural services, Allen and Moschel, LLC, partial HVAC replacement at Center Hill High School.
Now, requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Holtzville to provide engineering services for the DeSoto Central High School partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams, explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for commercial HVAC replacement association.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve architectural services?
Vote.
Do you have the second? All in favor? Aye. Item B is permission to advertise for bids, partial HVAC replacement at DeSoto City High School.
Requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the DeSoto Central High School partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for partial HVAC replacement at DeSoto City.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids?
Vote.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item W, architectural services, Allen Cultural LLC, partial HVAC replacement at Lewisburg Elementary School.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to enter into a contract agreement with Allen House to provide architectural services for Lewisburg Elementary partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for HVAC replacement at Lewisburg Elementary.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve architectural services for the partial HVAC replacement?
Vote.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item X is permission to advertise for bids, partial HVAC replacement at Lewisburg Elementary.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the Lewisburg Elementary partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for partial HVAC replacement at Lewisburg Elementary.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the permission to advertise for bids?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item Y, architectural services, Allen and Oshel, LLC, partial HVAC replacement at Silver Park.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen House to provide architectural services for the Old Park Elementary partial HVAC replacement project.
With Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the partial HVAC replacement at Oak Park Elementary.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve architectural services?
Vote.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Item Z is permission to advertise for bids for the partial HVAC replacement at Silver Park Elementary.
Yes, ma'am. Seeking permission from the board to advertise for bids on the Old Park Elementary partial HVAC replacement project.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. President?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for partial HVAC replacement at Oak Park Elementary School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to advertise for bids?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item AA is architectural services, Allen and Oshel, LLC, playground equipment at Silverville Elementary.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen House to provide architectural services for the Center Hill Elementary playground equipment addition.
With Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for playground equipment at Center Hill Elementary School.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item D is permission to advertise for bids, playground equipment at Silverville.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the Center Hill Elementary playground equipment addition.
Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for playground equipment at Center Hill Elementary School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item C and D is architectural services, Allen Commercial, LLC, same representative as bid.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Cultural to provide architectural services for the Pleasant Hill Elementary Playground Equipment Addition.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Usleton?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Cultural for the playground equipment at Pleasant Hill Elementary School.
Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve architectural services?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item D is permission to advertise for bids, playground equipment.
Just have requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the Pleasant Hill Elementary Playground Equipment Addition.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for playground equipment at Pleasant Hill Elementary School.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item E, request to pay vendor purchasing rule issued electronic.
Yes, ma'am. In your packet is a letter from Ms. Dunning, who was the principal of Lake Norman Elementary, stating that the yearbook was purchased prior to obtaining a purchase order. The issue has been addressed with all parties involved, and the school is seeking permission to pay Addis Photography from their students who effectively on the yearbooks that were.
Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Usleton?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for the person will issue.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Madam President, I said I'm requesting permission or something like that. I was on the phone call with my wife. Thank you.
We're gonna block that from the meeting.
You're trying to make brownie points for your wife.
You can call her and have a.
Yeah.
That sounds like one of our phone numbers.
Okay. Item F, and the statement of revenue and expenditure of April 2021.
Good morning. I will say to start with this is actually going to read almost identical to last month. So everything's going to flow exactly the same for the month of April as it did in March. Our general fund revenues received through the end of April were $236,488,491. As compared to last year, we were at $228,891,070. We're up 3%, which is exactly what we were up last month. We have received about 90% of our revenues at this point. All funds received, we're at $291,668,978. Compared to last year, we're up 7%. Last year, we were at $257,225,968, which is the same as last month. Our revenues continue to trend up for the same reasons, ad valorem, our additional NAUP, there's really nothing else that's changed there as far as the general funds. And of course, in our federal funds, the all funds we need because the federal funds we have received. Our general fund expenditures are at $195,679,281. Compared to last year, but again, we are only up 1%. We generally project about a 3 to 4% increase, mainly in salaries. But we're very conservative this year. So at 194, 509, 545 this last year. We're at 74% of our expenditures. We only have 2 months technically left, but remember, teachers have 3 months left for their salary. So we still have a quarter left for it. All fund expenditures, we're at $290,267,145. We're at 76% of our entire budget. And almost like the last one.
Ms. Graves' explanation, do you have a recommendation, Ms. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditures for April 2021.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the statement of revenue and expenditure?
Make that motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item G is statement of cash flow, April 21.
Our district maintenance cash balance is at 136,298,130. Our invested balance with Smith Shellnut is at 28,393,814. Our all funds cash balance is at 169,890,266. And our district maintenance balance is about 80% of all funds at this point, as we have received our avalon, as our certificates of participation have been sent down due to construction. So your main focus is, again, going to always be on district maintenance.
Ms. Graves' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for April 2020.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the statement of cash flow? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just one question. What was expended this year? What did COVID cost us this year?
We are actually working on that for our FEMA report. It was several $million when it comes to our cleaning contracts and some other things. We're actually going to try and have a report for y'all. We're finishing up our FEMA in July. But we were several million into the cost for COVID. Now, that is just for you're talking about your PPE and the additional cleaning and the where we clean the rooms and fog the rooms and HVAC. It's, if you want to do the true cost of COVID, you can add the computers that we added and all the digital learning, assistance and things like that. That's going to put you well up in close to like $7 or $8 million. But we are actually putting that together. It's a large packet for FEMA, so we will have it.
Thank you. For security. What
Yes.
cost effective everyone? What did we expend?
And we've gotten some great benefits from that with our license, and things like that, and the personnel, that we've added and technology and things that we've done. But if you add what we added in the technology department and in construction, you really get quite a bit up there, but,
Reason we always budget plan for rainy days.
Exactly.
Ms. Henley's pointing out nurses were added in. We have some more substitute teachers. There's so many other things on the peripheral that cost.
So PPE, you're talking, and cleaning, you're talking about, but then, the other, you're going to go up to 10.
Thank you.
Item H, combined balance sheet, April 2020.
Our fund balance for all general funds, actually, that should say April, is 138,936,676 compared to last year at 122,513,262. We're up 13% over last year. Again, that is a combination of the additional maybe and the conservativeness in the expenditure side. So we're very excited about our fund balance. All funds fund balance is 161,351,811. Our general fund balance is about 82% of our all fund balance at this point.
Ms. Graves' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for April 2020.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the combined balance sheet?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Item I, revised board policy.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes.
Yeah, what are these, Mr. Williams?
Revised board policy EBBD, emergency clothing.
Good morning. This policy is being revised to change the verbiage from employees are expected to report to work to employees may report to work in the event of school closure should it implement. If the employee chooses not to work, then they can use accruals or applicable leave at that point. Also, the work requirements for classified hourly and classified salaried employees in the event of inclement weather have also been.
Ms. Hassan, explanation, do you have recommendations, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy PPD for emergency closures.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy EBBD?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item JJ, revised board policy ICB, curriculum development plan.
The Mississippi Department of Education no longer advanced placement teachers to obtain an AP endorsement for the AP courses that they teach. Therefore, we're asking to revise this policy to remove that requirement for our APs.
Ms. Hassan's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy ICB for curriculum development.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy ICB?
Make that motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Item KK, revised board policy ICMAC, textbook fine and damage replacement.
Yes, ma'am. The DeSoto County Schools textbook fines have been below the state average for several years. This policy is being revised to more closely mirror the state average for textbook damage fines.
Hassan's explanation, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy ICFAC for textbook fine damage replacement.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy ICMAC?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item LL, revised board policy IHCB, graduate distinction and special.
Per the Mississippi Department of Education, Process Standard 14, the Catch 22 graduation option and the 26 credit traditional graduation option ended with this year's seniors. Therefore, we're asking to revise the policy to remove these two graduation options as they're no longer available.
Ms. Hassan's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy IHCB for graduates of distinction and special distinction.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy IHCB?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item MN, revised board policy IHF, graduation requirements.
Again, Catch 22 graduation option and 26 credit graduation option are no longer available. Therefore, we're asking to revise this policy to remove those. Also, MDE has updated verbiage within the new graduation options, so we have also included those in this revision.
Ms. Hassan's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy IHF graduation requirements.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy IHF?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Item NN is personnel. Mr. Albertson?
Morning. Morning. Is page 125 recommendations. It assists in their personal changes. Page 9 is a memo from the sale principal of Central Elementary, requesting 8 hours of comp time for teacher assistant who's taking work past birthday date this year. Page 10 is a memo for the 21-22 recommendations. These employees were hired after the 21-22 employee recommendation list was put for the board. We have these now. Page 11 is a memo from the Sanford Executive Director of Academic Support to improvement on approval with the teachers that work on May 27th. With some school registration at South Haven High School, these teachers will be taking left off additional pay form. She's asking for permission to pay these teachers. Page 12 is a memo from the samples on new orientation stipend, the amount of $40 to allow new teachers to attend our new teacher orientation on July 27th. Page 13 is a memo from the sample of approval for the Student Youth Leadership Council of a $5,000 supplement for 2 employees that will facilitate the program. Page 14 is a memo from the Assistant Superintendent on a employee that he hires an adjunct college algebra instructor. He'll teach 2 sessions of college algebra at Centerville High and be paid $2,500 per session. Page 15 is a memo from the Hallmark Director of Child Nutrition requesting to eliminate one data support position for the Child Nutrition Office. Page 16 is a memo from the Scottish Director of Special Education on compensation for sign language interpreters who work outside their daily scheduled workday. These employees are not allowed comp time. Page 17 is a memo from the Scottish on a possible addition. This will be either an occupational therapist or a certified occupational therapist assistance for the next school year. And this will be pending for IDEA funds allocated. They're requesting to add one of these. If the funds allow, it would be the occupational therapist average. Not that much, it would be the occupational therapy assistant. Depending on the money. Page 18 is memo from the House on possible addition for a therapeutic interventionist to provide direct psychological services for the school year. This is also pending IDEA funds. Page 19 is a memo from the Scouts request the occupational therapists have B days as part of their compensation, as our certified staff also have. Page 20 is a memo from the Scouts request to reclassify the assistant special education rating position for next year to a special education supervisor position. Page 21 is a memo for myself on the approval of the following 2 employees to work 45% during the 21-22 school year to be paid a salary that does not exceed 25% of that employee's average compensation. Page 22 is a memo of myself following 12 employees to work part-time status at their rate of pay as well during the 21-22 school year. Page 23 is a memo of myself on the request to eliminate the COVID-19 supervisor position effective this next school year. Page 24 is a memo of myself on the request for an additional teacher unit for Lake High School. The additional unit will be 187 teaching unit. Page 25 is a memo of myself on the junior ROTC salaries for the 21-22 school year. These ROTC instructors will receive a supplemental amount of $10,000 in addition to salary. Page 26 is a memo of myself on the 21-22 use of facilities fees for employees payments for employee payments. There's no changes to this. Page 20 from last year. Page 27 is the 21-22 fees for background checks, ID badges, and key fobs. No change from the fees. Page 28 is a memo for myself on the 21-22 net supplement for a rate of $9.58 per sped child in the net share of each school location. Page 29 is a memo for myself on the approval of an additional 10% hourly rate next year for each teacher assistant at VCAC. Page 30 is a memo for myself on a $1,000 supplement for next year for exempt staff members that work directly with students at VCAC. Page 31 is a memo for myself on approval of an additional 10% hourly rate for next school year for each teacher assistant at Magnolia School. Page 32 is a memo for myself on a $1,000 supplement next year for certified teachers at the Magnolia School. Page 33 is a memo for myself on a $1,000 supplement for the exempt staff members who work regular students at our JDC program. Page 34 is a memo for myself on the supplement awarded of $9,189 for administrative services for employees that will provide teaching service and administrative duties at JDC. Page 35 is a memo for myself on the 21-22 administrative position salary schedule. Only change from last year's assistant director who will receive a $2,000 raise. Page 36 is a memo for myself on the 21-22 salary schedules for district. The following district office positions are listed. Page 37 is next year's bilingual interpreter and translator pay scale. Page 38 is the 21-22 bookkeeper pay scale. Page 39 is the 21-22 classified pay scale at the school level. This is 75% increase per hour. Page 40 is a 21-22 district office pay scale of the administrative assistant with data support, customer support positions. Page 41 is a computer and instructional technology salary scale. This is a new scale addition to this. Network administrator is listed as a new scale from that list. Page 42 is a 21-22 sign language interpreter scale. This is a $1,000 increase. Page 43 is a 21-22 emphasis pay scale. Page 44 is a 21-22 nurse pay scale. Page 45 is a 21-22 occupational therapist scale. Page 46 is a 21-22 mental health therapist scale. This is a new scale. Page 47 is a 21-22 office manager slash staff accounting scale. Page 48 is a 21-22 child nutrition team leader scale. Page 49 is a 21-22 child nutrition scale. This is a 91% hour increase. Page 50 is a 21-22 transportation technician and safety supervisor pay scale. Page 51 is a 21-22 fleet manager pay scale. This is an overall $600 increase. Page 52 is a 21-22 school bus driver pay scale. Page 53 to 55 is a 21-22 athletic and extracurricular supplemental pay scale. Only change here is a discretionary with the $2,000 and $6,000 that it split. Page 56 is a 21-22 central service maintenance scale. Page 57 is a 21-22 school level maintenance scale. Page 58 and 59 is a 21-22 central services for those not on skill rate of pay. Page 60 to 64 is a 21-22 civil services pay scale. Page 65 is a memo for myself to approve to reclassify the EL positions from 210 to 230 day employees. Page 66 to 68 is the EL specialist job description. Page 69 is a memo for myself to approve to reclassify the technology coach position from 230 days to 200 days. Page 70 to 72 is the technology coach job description. Page 73 is a memo for myself to approve to reclassify the dual credit card position from 205 days to a 200-day position. Page 74 to 76 is dual credit job description by change. Page 77 is a memo for the Sky School special ed requesting a sign language interpreter moved to a 187-day scale for the 21-22 school year. This was previously 182-day scale. Pages 78 to 79 is a sign language interpreter job description that change. Page 80 is a memo for myself with reclassification of the nursing supervisor to be employed for 200 days per year, previously 187. Page 81 through 83 is the nursing supervisor job description that change. Page 84 is a memo for myself with a reclassification of the child nutrition assistant manager position to the child nutrition coordinator position. The position will be employed for 230 days per year and paid at $51,500 annually. Pages 85 to 87 is a child nutrition coordinator job description. Page 88 to 89 is a speech associate job description. Simple change of the license number 216 is required. Page 90 through 91 is a speech language pathologist job description. It is a change of a 215 license not required. Pages 92 through 94 is a digital learning specialist job description. And that's just simply a title change from distance learning specialist to digital learning specialist. Pages 95 through 97 is an interventionist 200-day job description. Pages 98 through 100 is an interventionist 187-day job description. Pages 101 through 102 is data customer support residency job description. Some additions there. Pages 103 through 104 is the EL data support job description of positions. Pages 105 to 106, the psychologist job description of changes. Page 107 through 109 is a data customer support for gifted services job description. The department is simply changing to gifted services, previously called gifted education. Pages 110 through 112 is administrative assistance for operation job description. A couple of those that were dated and removed. Page 113 through 115 is an interactive protector technician job description changes. Pages 116 to 118 is the digital media facilitator job description. And that may now report to the director of technology. Job description from 119 to 126 through 121 is a job description for junior technology officer job description. There's an addition there. Pages 122 to 124 is a network administrator job description with some added responsibilities. Pages 125 to 127 is the instruction technology district online testing job description coordinator with additional responsibility. Pages 128 to 129 is a director of technologies job description with some removals of duties. Pages 130 to 132 is a child nutrition and supervisor job description with additional responsibility. Pages 133 to 134 is the internal audit manager's job description. That's a title change. It was internal accountability supervisor. Pages 135 through 136 is the accounting manager job description. That's a title change. I'm going to simply county supervisor, and also is now on a manageable pay scale. Pages 137 to 138 is the purchasing title manager job description. Pages 139 to 141 is the accounts payable job description. Page 142 is a request for additional pay for Ms. Lee, our instance director, on employee who will work up to 10 additional days to train as instance clerk at South Haven Elementary School, work up to 80 hours at $14.61 an hour from June 16th to June 30th. Page 143 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Goss on an employee status assistant at Fernando Elementary School in a correction to her daily rate of pay, simply just a correction of the figure of pay that previously were approved. Page 144 is the same situation with another employee, Ms. Goss. Page 145 is a request for additional pay for Ms. Goss, an employee who will replace another employee as a teacher at South Haven at our Common Core math course this summer. Teacher will work 4.5 hours, 23 days, plus 3 hours. They pay at their hourly rate beginning on June 14th. July 22nd. Page 146, request for additional pay from the sample of teachers who will work at 21 hours beginning July 12th and ending on July 23rd, and we pay $27 per hour. These teachers will be updated student or it's going to be for next year. Page 147, request for additional pay for the sample of an employee who will work with the high school clerical ADA. She'll work up to 137, almost 138 hours, and will be paid at $11.66 per hour. That will begin on June the 18th, again on July 9th. Page 148 is request for additional pay for the sample of employee who will work 25 hours with technology coaches. They present professional development, $27 per hour, July 14th to July 29th. Page 149 is request for additional pay for the sample of employee who will work 25 hours with technology coaches and present professional development on the same dates and times. Pages 150 through 153 is a request for additional pay for the samples on the following teacher assistants who will work on MDE virtual boot camp training from June 14th to June 25th, paid per hourly rate. 154 is a request for additional pay from my Director of Research Accountability on all high school testing coordinators to work up to 40 additional hours to $7 an hour. That again will begin July 1st again next year at June 30th, 22. Page 155, request for additional pay from Ms. Hasselman. Counselors will oversee the dual credit program at their schools for next year. They'll be paid at an hourly rate beginning July 1st and again next year, June 30th, 22. And page 156 is a list of those high school dual credit counselors that need to stop there for approval.
Mr. Alexander's explanation, do you have a recommendation to approve pages 1 through 156?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve pages 1 through 156 as presented.
As a recommendation, do I have a motion to approve pages 1 through 156?
I make that motion.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I believe the wording I need to approve the last two pages. Last two pages this year. Page 157 is data support. Data support customer service pay scale for next year. And then page 158 is a salary for the junior technology officer.
Daniel's explanation, pages 157, 158, do you have recommendations?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve pages 157 and 158 of personnel items.
Recommendation, do I have a motion to approve pages 157 and 158?
I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion and a second to adjourn until July 1st.
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you.